This is my pigeon infested balcony, and my goal is to turn it into the ultimate garden space. You see, I have a moving problem. In the last year, I've moved 4 times and I've had some amazing adventures, but I am really feeling the need to grow some roots. Pun intended. I have always dreamt of having my own garden, and now I finally have the space to do it. But I also have a layer of bird poop, crust, and scum to scrape off of this balcony. Not to mention, there is a constant rotation of bird nests, eggs, and babies. So not only does this have to be a space me and the plants can enjoy, I also have to make sure the pigeons feel at home too, I guess. But before we can get into that, let's clean up some bird poop. This has just got to go. This is so gross. My God, it is encrusted. That is just... This is diabolical. I feel like I can come out here without contracting an avian disease. I want to make sure I fill it with the right, precise things. If you can't already tell, my balcony is pretty tiny, and if I don't plan out where everything is gonna go, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit everything. So let's come up with a design plan. There's a lot going on with this balcony. I need to figure out a way to get planters in here without taking up any floor space. I ought to make the pigeons happy, and of course, I have to make it as a whimsical fairy tale aesthetic as possible. So I am thinking floating planters that I can hang down from the roof, hanging planters over the sides of the railing. Of course, no room design is complete without cozy lighting. Last, but most certainly not least, for the pigeons, I want to craft some sort of potting table that can double as a pigeon roost, which I have no idea how I'm going to complete, but for now, we've got our plan. We can go shopping. I have a deep personal aversion for buying anything new. I think that the mark of a good home is filling it with things that have stories to tell. And I'm sorry, but buying a cute pot you saw at Walmart is just not, it's not a good story. I am planning to upcycle, craft, and forage as much as I can for this balcony transformation. So let's head to the thrift store. Wow, I actually so crushed it with these thrift finds. I went to one thrift store and got basically everything that I needed. That's unheard of. I want to start flipping all of these things. I'm starting with the easiest project first, which is gonna be these cute little mason jars. These jars were the perfect find as some hanging planters because they already came with these cute metal handles. They just needed the tags removed and a quick rinse, and they were good to go. Next up, this bird cage. When I saw this at the thrift, it was meant to be. I also want to use this as a hanging planter, so I'm just removing some of the front panels, which was super fun and not painful at all. Moving on to my cute little baskets. I had a vision of using them as the hanging planters, but despite my very cute and serious hardware, they just would not hang right. So I went in with some metal wire, which definitely worked better, but
Now I just had this ugly metal wire on my balcony, which ugly things are not allowed. So I busted out my crochet skills and crocheted around the wire, which was genius. These tiny details might seem a little silly, but when it comes to turning my balcony and my apartment into a place that I actually want to spend time, I think it's what's gonna turn my house into a home. Last up, I'm making pasta. Just kidding, just kidding. I got by this Pinterest inspo pic and I knew I had to make it. Spray paint went on great.
I just have to figure out how to hang them up. There must be a better way to tie this. I'm gonna look up maybe some like macrame tutorials or something.
It's the top piece sticking out the top. Now we're gonna...
You have cat to be kidding me right now. That worked! I am dying to get all of these pots hung up, so let's go do that. Balcony. It's weird because the more I am putting into this space, the more I'm feeling this internal tension of like, oh gosh, like I'm really doing it. I'm really like staying put. But now that the pots are all up and looking beautiful, we need to figure out what we're gonna put in them, and I have the perfect solution. It's time to introduce you to my seed collection. For the last few weeks, I've been collecting seeds from different fruits. I've been eating different plants out in the wild, and yes, buying some from the grocery store. I was especially excited for these beans because they came from a vine plant, which I thought would be perfect to wrap around the railing. I soaked them, I sprouted them, I planted them. I was patient. I waited and I waited and I waited, and then I got freaking nothing. Absolutely nothing. And not just from the vine plant, but from all of the seeds that I planted. Not a single one sprouted. I did an entire second round of sprouting and planting, and I'm still kind of in the waiting phase to see if anything happens, but I don't have high hopes. So instead of leaving my balcony barren and empty, we're gonna go to the plant store. There's something extremely nostalgic about the plant store. I don't know what it is. I am focusing mostly on plants that I can use in the kitchen. So I got kale, tomatoes, and a struggling mint plant. I'm also planting some green onion and basil that I got from the grocery store, as well as some cuttings and saplings that I foraged and propagated. Despite a few mishaps, like the tomato plant falling off of the balcony, this place is looking pretty good now, and there is just one thing left. Let me give you some background on these pigeons. These pigeons don't have the best track record as parents. The last time they laid eggs, I came out one day and the eggs were broken, just cracked, eaten up, gone. I've been working on this balcony project for over a month. But within that month, the pigeons have not been back to check on the eggs. So I'm pretty sure these eggs are duds. And I'm telling you this because when I decided to pick up and move the eggs and slightly shift the nest over, I just want you to know I don't think I was causing any harm to the pigeons because they were already dead. With that being said, I still wanted to build the pigeon roost. I was hoping that they would maybe come back one day. Either way, I just want you to know that I am not a pigeon baby killer, and let's just finish building this pigeon roost. I think if I put the bricks up like
this. And I get a sheet of like plywood to put down on here. And the pigeons should still be able to come in and use the nest because they come in between the railing here anyways. For potting, a few more layers of cinder blocks. I'm gonna go buy a bunch of those and some plywood. And I'm also gonna wash my hands. That was extremely stressful.
I'm gonna say it so you don't have to. That's butt ugly. I'm gonna try to move the bricks around in one other formation. At this point, I had already tried like 4 different ways of layering these bricks. I had been working on the balcony for like 3 weeks longer than I thought I would be, and I was just ready to be done. So when I landed on this, I was stoked. I figured with my cute gardening decorations, it would all come together, and it was just in time for some amazing news. Okay, amazing news. Some of the second rounds of the seeds that I planted are sprouting. Look at this. You see that? I know a tiny bean growing a tiny shoot shouldn't seem like such a big deal, but I put so much love and effort into this balcony. This tiny bean shoot felt like physical proof that I'm moving in the right direction. It's okay for me to settle in, and it's okay for that to take time. And I'm sorry to be so dramatic, but without further sappiness, I'm gonna let you enjoy these before and after shots. There is something I haven't told you yet. Through this gate here, I have an entire other section to clean, renovate, and decorate. And if you want to follow along for that journey, I would love to have you.